The North Sea waves crashed in the U-48, tossing the small U-boat around wildly. It is a miracle only some of the crew are seasick despite these conditions. Germany has been at war for a total of 10 days now, and U-48 has been on patrol that whole time. Thus far, our boat has managed to sink 2 freighters, totaling around 6,000 tons. In addition to this success, U-48 has completed her patrol orders from FDU. FDU still wants U-48 to patrol the North Sea for around 10 more days though. Hopefully, we will get the opportunity to blast off a few more of these eels. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard U-48 as we continue our first patrol in the North Sea here. U-48 is doing a quick hydrophone check, and we have picked up propeller noises that we were actually hunting down. Apparently, they are pretty close to us. They're off to 077 degrees. I do want U-48 to come up to periscope depth, and we are going to change course and investigate. We did get the report that we are indeed close to this contact. Let's make sure we are indeed going slow, and U-48 is coming up. The weather on the top is pretty clear overall. We were sailing through quite the heavy storm earlier, but that has dissipated, thankfully. And one of my crewmen here can actually get a skill. Let's go ahead and we'll do that at the end. Okay, we are at periscope depth. Go to the attack scope, please, and let's take a look at what we are working with. Of course, the conning tower is broaching, because, oh my goodness, somebody get onto the depth keeping station and assist in that, because that was atrocious. All right, we're on the attack scope, up scope. Raising the periscope. Okay, it is breaking the surface. There we go. Let's change our view here. I do prefer this view. And we are just going to scan. Where is this contact? Should be off to around 090. Let's see if we can find any smoke on the horizon. Aha! There is smoke on the horizon. Looks like a lone freighter, possibly. Okay, we are going to turn towards that. All ahead standard, let's surface the boat, and we are going to chase this thing down. Let's take a look at what we are working with here. I do want one of you come over here. Begin maintaining some of these torpedoes, get them ready, and see the ballast tanks are expelling all of that water there, which is kind of cool to look at. And diesel compressor on. There we go, all ahead full. Let's assign an additional sailor to the watch as well. Now, one thing I do want to check, storage here. Deck gun ammo, yeah, we're out of deck gun ammo. We have some flat gun ammunition. Let's move some of these goods into the galley. Perfect, all right. We are now on the surface, moving at 11 knots towards this target. Let's change our course, new heading. 212 degrees, come left a little bit. And let's take a look through the ouzo. And I can't really see it, just a bunch of smoke on the horizon. Of course, we are bouncing around like crazy out here. I don't think it's a warship. I do think it's a freighter. Okay, perfect. Another catch, which is good. This will be our third ship sunk of the patrol. We are operating on the southern coast of the UK. There is a convoy that was heading east out of the port of London here, and I do predict they are going to swing up to the north. Of course, they could go south through the English Channel. Regardless, we should be in a pretty good position, as a lot of ships will cross this route here. We should be in a pretty good spot to hunt them down. The torpedo in tube number 2 is being maintained. I will also maintain the torpedo in tube 1, so we have some options here. We are closing in on this vessel, and it does look like it is Dutch, maybe? Taking a look at that flag. I think it actually is. Well, that does complicate things a little bit. I suppose we can stop the ship and investigate. see if they are carrying any goods that may be assisting the UK in their war effort. Let's get you on the radio and shoot this off to FDU. Radio operator missing. He should be on there now. There we go. All right, send that off. 2 torpedoes are maintained just in case we need to utilize those. We are going to pull up along this ship and say hello, see what they're carrying. We are pulling up along the freighter here. Apparently they're too far at the moment. That is okay, but what I do want to do, prep tube number 5. I have a feeling these guys may be carrying some sort of contraband. And it looks like they saw us coming and they turned away. That's kind of suspicious, isn't it? I sure think so. No guns on board, no crew on the deck, as far as I can tell here. We are nice and close. Let's identify the target. It is a freighter, Empire Belle, negative. Empire Explorer. Yep, that is her. Length 123.9 meters. What's the draft? 8.9 meters. Good. Target's still too far. Okay, come right. Just a little bit. Tube number 5 is being maintained. Yeah, looking good there. One thing I do want to check now. Well, I guess I have both my officers up on the bridge. That's all right then. Tube 5 is now loaded, and we are close enough to the target to board. Let's come to a stop. We are evidently moving too quickly. We're going to send a bunch of crewmen over. Hoffman here. Do we have any coffee on board? No, but we do have explosive charges. Okay. You come here. Come here, grab these charges. Yeah, bring the demolition charges. You know, it may be threatening to bring the demo charges in the first place. It's like, here, we're just looking around. I have these explosive charges. Oh, well, hopefully they don't see that as a threat. Okay, go get them. Let me know whenever you have the charges. Where even is he? There he is. He's moving so slowly. A little pep in your step. Then we will board. Just one ship spotted out here. Did receive a radio report, unfortunately. Weak signal. Okay. Target is now too far. Dang it, took you too long. Okay, move in closer. We can now interact with the target. Let's do that. Unarmed freighter seems not to be escorted and flies a neutral flag. The prize rules allow us to sink such ships only if we are certain they are heading towards an enemy port. Yep, we are going to send a delegation to the freighter and investigate this. Now, Nod here has the explosive charges. Yeah, that's right. So he's going up there. And you know what? Wolfgang, actually our radio man and Wolfgang, the captain, will go over with a couple of additional sailors. All right, boys. Go investigate this ship. They're in a suspicious area, aren't they? And there's some crew on board. Thankfully, she's unarmed. Okay. Let's ask for the shipping documents. Oh, I can already see that. You request the captain's documents that detail the cargo on a ship and its destination. A flicker of unease crosses his face, and he produces the papers with slight hesitation. As you carefully review their contents, his hands clench and unclench, a bead of sweat forming on his brow. According to the documents, the ship is heading towards the port of London and is carrying medical supplies. It seems that it is trading with blockaded Allied ports, and it's fair price for us to sink it. All right, you boys, you better evacuate the ship. The captain isn't happy about this outcome, but he clearly accepted that there is nothing he can do. Okay, we are going to go to the engine room and plant the demolition charges. There we go, and that ship exploded. That should be it. Is she going to sink after that? I sure hope so. It does look like she might be sinking. Nod still has the charges, though. No, he doesn't have the charges. Okay. Well, hopefully those demo charges were enough to actually sink her, and she will go down. If not, we can send a torpedo her way as well. Well, it does look like the demo charges were enough to sink the ship, thankfully, and she is now going down. We can shoot this radio message off to BDU. Let's send that. That's a good amount of value as well. Fantastic. There are some things we can interact with. Let's change course. Let's head up towards them and come right just a little bit. New heading 020 degrees, please. We can interact with the crew that we just forced to abandon ship. We will do that. We will hand them off some supply before continuing our patrol. Like I said, there is a convoy down here that I would be interested in attempting to intercept. Here's a lifeboat. We are going to give them some supply. Here you go. Take that bread. You're welcome. Okay. We sent them bread. There's some wreckage out there. Med kits. Yeah, they were all carrying medical supplies, so canned fish. We will leave that all for those survivors there. They can have that. That is not something I need. We are going to head south and investigate this convoy. New contact report has been sent in from BDU. Convoy heading north, speed 7 knots in this area. Of course, I don't think they are right there. We are going to move and attempt to intercept. All ahead full. That other convoy that we got a radio report about probably went south as we did not pick anything up. We have been doing frequent hydrophone checks and still nada. The weather is incredibly poor right now. It is just raining like crazy. The waves are really choppy. It is going to make an attack difficult, but we are still going to attempt it. One thing I do want to check, you come over here. Give me a reading on the echo sounder. Yeah, deep ping, please. Let's see what we're working with. I anticipate it is going to be incredibly shallow. 6 meters. Oh boy, 6 meters. The only good news is it's 1900 at the moment, so it's going to get a little bit darker. If we can make a surface attack, that would be great, especially if the convoy is unescorted, which a lot of convoys will be at this point in the war. We'll see what happens.
Meter.
U-48 is dropping down. We are doing a hydrophone check here. You can see we are passing 13 meters now, bouncing around quite a lot, and there is a good amount of water that has built up in the boat because of the storm. Let's take a listen on the hydrophone. Let's increase the volume a bit. See if we can pick something up. Anything out here? I got something. Yeah, there's ships out there. What is that? 140? Let's check around us. There's more ships right in front of us. Let's lower the volume. There's a big old convoy right in front of us. Can't believe my hydrophone operator's not picking this up. Interesting. Okay, so we are on track. There are contacts right in front of us. Let's change course a little bit here. See if my hydrophone operator will actually pick anything up. Speaking of which, let's go to him and mess with them here. And radio usage. Okay, sensitive hearing. I want him to have that skill. You can detect ships up to 25% greater distance. Fantastic. Please do that. Please. And we'll see if we can pick these guys up. If not, we are going to chase them down on the surface. Let's listen again. I wish I could see this a little better. Yeah, there they are. They're off to 300. 300, probably pretty distant. Let's get our bearing tool out. U48, that's our relative course here. And they are off to 300. There we go. He actually picked something up here. So if we go off of, they're probably right around here. Now they said the convoy was heading north right here. I don't believe that. They had to sail around, obviously. So they're somewhere over here. We are going to change course and move to intercept. I'm liking this position though. Does sound like a large convoy. I feel pretty confident that we are going to have a good attack here. U48 is going to surface. We are going to move to this position right here. At 18 knots, we are really booking it. Once we hit this point, we will submerge the boat and do another hydrophone check. We should be right in their path at that point. My hydrophone operator said they were picked up at some distance, so they are pretty darn far away. That actual cone that we have does not give us accurate ranges. It just gives us the bearing of the target. Our hydrophone operator, when we hover over the right icon, will guess. I'll show that off here in a few. It's probably... Let's go ahead and just preemptively begin working on these torpedoes. Begin maintaining, please. Let's check everything else out. Also, you. One of you. Okay, you're on the diesels right now. Switch on the diesel compressor, please. Flip that on while you're back there. Recharge our compressed air. It is really dark. That is good. That is really good. Moonlight conditions are minimal, not a full moon. Incredibly heavy rain and fog. This is perfect for a surface attack. Plus, we are making really good speed in these conditions. I wish I knew which way the wind was blowing. If I could get a proper weather report, that would be awesome. It doesn't look like I can do that. We just have to guess here. We were making around 18 knots, though, which is great. Okay, you, my friend, I want you on the radio. And let's also flip on the pump because we do have a little bit of water building up in the bilge. Get that out of there. I'm gonna have my radio man raise the RDF antenna just in case we do end up picking something up. And we can see the antenna is now raised. Awesome. We have reached our dive point. Reduce speed. Drop down, please. Down to, let's go, just go to periscope depth. Down to PD. You, my friend, Karl Heinz, onto the hydrophone. With an additional sailor. Our compressor did not flip on the electric compressor. Compressed air reserves are low. I mean, that's okay. We'll be able to recharge it on the surface. This will most likely be a surface attack. And hopefully that ends up working out for us. You, buddy, ready for observations? Good. Come back here, maintain these torpedoes. And we have submerged quite quickly. Very nice indeed. Who the heck's on the radio? Otto? Who are you? Okay, Cost, let's see what you got. Give me something good here. Give me something good. Let's go to the hydrophone ourselves. Got him. 325. Let's see. Heard at some distance. Definitely closer than they were. Let's swing this all the way around. Nothing. That's obviously our baffles. That's our own electric motors. Can't hear squat back there, of course. Got something right in front of us. But this, off to 300 is really what we're looking at. Okay, let's replot here. Get rid of that. Set this bearing up tool. Relative 300. Well, what's the bearing he's giving me here? 324 degrees. All right, about here. Interesting. Okay, they may actually be heading northwest at this point. That would make sense. That would certainly make sense. Well, let's plot them going something like this. We could just sit and listen and see. Well, we still got time. Yeah, we have multiple hours. We have plenty of time here. So we'll track them for... We'll surface, run for 10 minutes, submerge, and replot here. We have just submerged to do another hydrophone check here, and we got them. They are reporting that the contact is close. We are in the area where we expect some ships are. And then our hydrophone operator is saying they're still at some distance. There's a dozen of them off to 317 degrees. Okay, 317. They're off here. I think we probably have a pretty good idea of where they are. Let's get Wolfgang onto the attack scope. I highly doubt we are going to see anything at this point in time. Let's check on the torpedo situation. I maintained a couple of them. Yeah, they're going to need to be maintained before we attack. Center of the scope, raise it. Up, up, up. That should be off to our port side here. Really darn dark. Yeah, I don't see squat, but it's good to know that we are, in fact, getting close. Okay, last chance to check our depth under keel. Hoffman, come here. Check that for me. Echo sounder reading. That's 0 meters? Are you sure about that, big guy? Ping shallow. Ping deep. 0 meters. Huh. Okay. Alright, what are you picking up? Dozen ships out here. Okay, we will surface. We're on track. Let's adjust our course. New heading, 233 degrees. Surface the boat. All ahead flank. We were doing a hydrophone check here and we got something. Smoke. 300. Incredibly faint. Right in front of us. Looks like they may be going left to right. Really hard to tell. I only see that one smoke plume out there. Nothing else around. So there's one contact. Ship propeller 347. That's the one we're getting here. And then there's several 337. This could be a warship out here. They are close, though. I say they're probably, what, 2 kilometers away? So we were pretty close with our guess here. Center of the scope. Take a look again. Sure. Yeah, just that one. It's got to be that lone ship. It could be a freighter, maybe. All right. Good to know we are on the right track. Surface the boat. They're still reporting them at some distance. They're saying they're close, though. Radio transmissions are being interrupted. Okay. All right, surface the boat. Let's get moving. Okay, folks, we got them. Freighters out there. A whole mess of them. Yep. And they do have an escort Flower-class corvette, which is good. We can outrun them. We are currently making 19 knots. We are doing really well here. Let's see. Any other warships, or is it just the one corvette? It may be worth trying to blast a corvette if it's just a single warship out here. There she is. I need to try to establish a proper speed on the convoy. Let's go to the map, and I wonder what the radio report actually said their speed was. Is this the most recent? No, September 3rd. Okay, speed 7 knots. 7 knots here. Okay, we can rock with 7 knots. I do think we should be able to do that. We will double check their speed though. I may be able to slip past that flower class into the convoy. It looks like 3 ships, 4 ships in a line here. There's got to be another warship. There's just got to be. That being said, 1 corvette does make it very tempting. That's a large ship over there. Couple of freighters. Another freighter. Corvette. Anything to the left? Landmass. Feel I might take my chances and try to hit the warship. It's just a singleton. Okay, coming down here. First things first. You. No, what are you doing? I don't know what you're... Get on the radio. Nod, come here, start maintaining torpedoes, but first, switch on the diesel compressor. I need the diesel compressor switched on. Nod, come here, and check on the torpedoes. They all gotta be maintained again. Amazing. That's fine, though. Let's go to the TDC. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Going bow. That's funny. Okay, set that up. Angle on bow, 60 degrees starboard. Bring that over. Target speed set as 7 knots. Now, I am curious, what do we have loaded? G7A, G7E, G7E, and this is an A. We are going to fire a G7E at the Corvette. That way, if we miss, won't be a huge issue here. Let's go to the Uzo. Bring up the recognition manual here. Military vessels. Let's go to the UK. Military, not a battleship. Corvette, flower class. Giraffe, 3.5 meters. They are going to be bouncing around up here. The seas are relatively calm, so there is that, at the very least. Alright. Now I try to lock onto this guy. It's going to prove to be difficult. I might have to get closer. Let's check here. Is that another... No, merchant. Merchant? Let's quickly scan here. Merchant. Just a whole slew of merchants. One of them's French, but they're going to eat it. I can't lock onto this guy just yet. So be it. The convoy has changed course, and we have moved to try to cut them off here. That is, whatever that is, that thing looks huge. That is what we are going to go after. Another freighter. There's another warship. I did not see her. Okay. We are just going to go for the freighters then and try to run away before we are detected. Let's get ready to cut on in. Change course. New heading 327. We are going for that guy. Whatever the heck that is. Okay, final tube is maintained. Try to move on in here. And we'll see if we can actually get a lock. If not, that's okay. No need to do that. We'll be able to figure it out on our own. I would like to slowly approach at this point, try to avoid detection. Reduce speed. And we are going to attempt to get the convoy speed here. We can try to speed that freighter right here. We are lined up with the target. All stop. All stop. Do not cancel the alarm. I want to make sure the alarm is on, but come to a stop. All stop. Still moving at 9 knots. Bring up the stopwatch. There we go. Set up. And now we just wait. I do not want to get much closer than this at this point. That's the prize right there, though. All these other ships are just like the little NA-1s. I will fire an eel at this target I'm looking at right now. Maybe even that Corvette. Okay, she's passing us now. Oh, gosh, this is just going to be incredibly difficult. We're at a stop, so it doesn't have to be at 0 degrees. Be close, but start. Jeez, impossible to make out. Stop. Okay, that was 15 seconds. We're just swinging around like crazy. That makes this so incredibly difficult. We are at a stop. We're moving 0 knots. I may just go with 6 knots. We're going to try again. Start. It's a little better already. That's looking good. I'm thinking it'll be 25 seconds. That gives me 6.2 knots. I'm gonna go 6.5 knots. I think that's a good guesstimate here. Maybe just 6 knots flat. That's what all this is guesswork. We'll go for this one first. Start moving. I'll head slow. You're on the TDC. Launch mode. Tube 1. Actually, we're gonna fire tube 3, and it's a G7E. Launch lever bridge. Gyro angle receiver bow. Transmitter Uzo. Why are you not on the TDC, dude? Get on it. Okay, well get on the TDC. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Range 1 kilometer. Speed 6.5. Angle on bow 70 starboard. Torpedo speed 30. We'll be firing at this guy. Bring up this launch panel. G7E, tube 3, flood it. Depth 20. Gyro angle is synchronizing. Tube 3. Wait for the gyro angle to synchronize here. Okay, it's synced. I'm honestly wondering, maybe better actually to fire at the warship, believe it or not. The warship's providing a pretty good target for us. Bring this panel up. 1 meter. Tube 3. Yeah, that's our best target there. Check AOB. Past 90. Probably 100 starboard. There we go, set. Wait till it's synced. It's synced. Los. Okay. Tube 3 away, heading towards that guy. Come left. That big freighter that we are about to target is unfortunately obscuring the other freighter. That's why I did not want to fire at it. We are going to set up a salvo. Tubes 1 and 2. Launch mode, switch to salvo. Launch lever bridge. Yep. Looking good. Go to the Uzo. Tubes 1 and 2. Flood them. Speed 44 knots. Dispersion 0.8. Depth 2.5 meters on that target. Angle on bow, adjust 80 degrees starboard. Speed 44 knots. Good. 40 seconds to impact on that last one. Let's reset all of this. Okay. 44 knots. Speed 6. Point one. They're saying 20 seconds. That ship's way farther out than that. Okay, you ready? Tubes. Gyro angle synced. Los. One away. Two away. Left full rudder. Yeah, you're saying it's a miss. It's not a miss. We still have some time. This big one is the primary target here. Gotta slowly turn around though. Yeah, unfortunately, not all of these targets are in the best spot for an actual hit. I can't actually lock onto targets in this weather. There, whoa, now it works. 30 seconds to impact. Again, range is probably off. That's okay though. Torpedoes are racing in at 44 knots. Come on. Well, the entire night sky has been lit up. We actually managed to strike it. All ahead flank, all ahead flank. All right, here we go, boys. She's sinking. There we go. The target we wanted to hit is going down. All ahead flank, left full rudder, boys. It's time to get the fuck out of here. Quickly, quickly, quickly. We better start making that 18 knots or we are going to die. This rain's hopefully going to help us out. Okay, that's awesome. I'm glad we actually managed to hit that target. Of course, we did not hit the frigate back there. But that ship got hit and is going down incredibly quickly. I was starting to get a little pessimistic about our shot. The salvo certainly helped. It looks like only one torpedo hit. The other ones missed. Oh, thankfully, one was enough. We're out of here. And that Corvette's closing in on us. We are going to head north. New heading, 345 degrees. Keep coming left. That Corvette's a little close. She isn't shooting at us just yet, though. Fire on board? Excuse me? We hit the Corvette. We hit the frigate. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was unexpected. We hit the frigate. Okay, that was incredibly a good attack then. I am really happy with those results. They are sinking. That is 2 ships in this convoy. The crew performed flawlessly. I will agree. We still have to get the heck out of here though, because that Corvette is bearing down on us. Okay. Head this way. Come on. Speed 17 knots. Those diesel engines got to get going. The crew has alerted me that we have in fact been spotted. Let's go to the Uzo. I see another opportunity. That Corvette. I mean, the good news is I can't see anything because of the smoke our diesel engines are pouring out here. That's fine. Adjust our course. We're going to get out of here. Priority is to survive. Now, since we have been spotted, we are going to be shot at. The good news is the Corvette has a pretty poor top speed. Of course, if we keep turning around, it is going to complicate things for us. We are not being fired upon just yet. Now, the fact that the frigate was destroyed does make our job a good bit easier here, because the frigate has a pretty good top speed compared to the Flower class. Close all bulkheads, get ready to take on damage here. No, buddy. You need to on the diesels. Stay on the diesels. I guess he left to shut all the bulkheads. That's fine. The diesel engine room secured. Okay, things are fine. All the bulkheads are secure. And we're out of here. Well, folks, we are leaving that Corvette in the dust. They're still way back there just searching around, hopeless. Maybe they're picking up survivors, who knows, but we are getting out of this, no doubt about it. Thankfully, without being shot at, which is certainly a bonus. I'm pretty darn happy with those results. Unfortunately, okay, we can shoot these off to BDU. I am going to do that once we are clear of the area. I don't want to send off a radio message at this moment in time. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.